You're watching America Trends. We are rocking out to Brad Rambur's music as we talk about cybersecurity topics. Cybersecurity expert Brad Rambur is here. Thank you so much. We were talking about stock market issues and the recession and how they're not related, and I glossed over, but now I'm back. I am back for some cybersecurity talk. What the tech, Brad Rambur? Okay,
There's
we're going to talk what the tech for
right.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
This comes up a lot lately. The article via Wired. The article title was ChatGPT is coming for the classrooms, but don't panic. So let's talk about this.
How long do you want to talk about it?
I think we have 1 minute and 15 seconds for this topic. Go.
Okay, easy. A teacher said, and I thought this was very artful, it's cool, things are going to shake up. This is probably going to wind up like being a calculator
Yes.
for words.
I like that. Yep.
And I thought, you know, that's cool. Are they still going to have to diagram sentences and know why the words go and what order they do and what they mean relative to the words around them? I hope so. But can this take some of the drudgery out of what they're looking to get together? Yeah. It can't footnote anything to save its own life.
Right. Can't footnote, and it still needs to have some personality. And the kids, are you looking at me like it already has personality?
No.
I guess the thing I heard, it can talk like Beyonce. It can talk like a Renaissance folklore person. It can take on the personality of certain times. But I feel like when I read the sentences, I know that it's a computer generated sentence.
Because all it can do is look at what has already happened and identify patterns. And then the person that programs the algorithm can say, I like that pattern, or I don't like that pattern, do more of this or less of that. That's it. So I conducted an interesting experiment. You'll get this because you like musical theater.
Yes, I do.
So
we're talking musicals now.
It actually is. It's very relative. Okay, your propeller's spinning now.
Yes.
So I call a buddy of mine.
My jazz hands are going.
No, not those. No, yellow gloves. Nicht verboten. I call a really smart buddy of mine who's an AI researcher up in Seattle. And I say, hey, let's conduct a little experiment. Let's get on. So I got a Brad-esque discourse on these are the ones you want to look at. This is why you want to look at them. I said, okay, let's write us a song. Let's write us a song that sounds like these artists from this period.
Okay.
And what it did is it went out and found the chord changes to the specific song I mentioned and gave me alternate lyrics, which were insipid, SAT word.
Okay.
And I said, don't care about the words, care about the chord changes.
Okay.
I don't want the exact chord changes from that song. I want new harmonic structures in this song format. And it went whiz, burr, think, you know. And it spat out a decent set of chord changes. Wow. Right. So as a composer, I go, that's musically valid. That all makes sense. And then
Will it be a good song?
Well, it's just one part. So chord changes are one part. If you're singing, then they're words, right? And then there's the melody, and then there's all the rhythms and stuff, and then how all that stuff's put together. So it's one piece of 5 or 6, if you think about it roughly. And I said, you know, this is good, and here's why. Because if that's not your strong suit, and you need something to kind of kick you in the pants and get you moving, that's a great thing to do.
It's a great.
So if you need to write 3 paragraphs on the Gettysburg Address, you ask ChatGPT to go, well, what would you say about this? And it's going to give you a synopsis of this is what's been said about it.
So it's like an Encyclopedia Britannica that was in my dad's office, all the big brown bound leather books that I used to write my papers with.
Because one or a group of people wrote those articles in Britannica.
Right.
Now we're looking at a lot more people have written what they have. And can you distill that down into one thing that summarizes pretty completely?
So again, with everything, there's got great uses for it, and then it also is going to be weaponized. Invariably, it's going to be weaponized.
I love that you use that word.
I think I learned it from you. It's
yes,
my
you
SAT
did.
word of the day.
That's right, works.
Weaponized. Okay, let's talk about, speaking of this, another article from the New Yorker says, there is no AI. And I thought, I'm hearing AI every day, all the time. What's up with there is no AI?
Okay, we're a little quiz. What's the cloud?
Oh, God.
Precisely.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a big fluffy white thing in the sky that's mostly water vapor.
Okay.
Occasionally little pieces of dirt. Okay. You know,
I thought you meant the cloud.
What's my point?
Okay.
That's my point. You have a word, and then you have this thing that you associate them, and you're going, why?
Yeah.
Smartest thing I ever heard was I was at RSA, which is the International Security Conference, and a gentleman, very smart fellow, goes, cloud, it just means you're renting somebody else's computer. There it is in a sentence. Bang. Crystal clear. Right? So artificial intelligence, where's the intellect? Where's the choice? Where is the reason? It's not reason, it's machine learning. Okay? So you have a large body of data, and you have a machine looking for patterns, and the machine can illustrate the patterns. And then you can program the machine to take those patterns out and synthesize something that is representative of the pattern it observed.
Okay.
Which it had to be programmed to discern.
By a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So I found this quote in this article. It says, AI scientists agree that there was at least a 10% chance that the human race would be destroyed by AI. And in this article, though, it makes fun of that concept, but that's not really, that's a little bit like, oh, all the freak out we had at Y2K, that the world was going to blow up because our computers couldn't change over.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this concept of the human race being destroyed by AI.
Well, think about that. Okay, so let's say that we have a wastewater treatment plant next to a 3 million person city. And somebody has programmed the wastewater handling systems to be run by computers and monitored. And let's say somebody changes that program and lets the floodgates open, and that basically floods that area, and then now we have a cholera epidemic because the groundwater is infected with sewage, right? Could that take humanity out? Sure. Is the computer going to come up with that by itself and do that? No, a bad person intervenes because the person is part of the system.
Okay.
Right? And then that stuff happens. It gets weaponized. Okay. So could it happen? Sure. I don't know.
It's not like computers are then going to...
Absent human intervention, inadvertent, purposeful, or otherwise, I'm not seeing right now how that's going to turn out. Can we get there? Sure.
Okay, phew, I can
Are we
sleep at
there?
night.
I don't think so. Not the smartest guy.
Jason's not. He's worried about it.
Yeah.
So really quickly, Elon revealed that what Twitter always was. We have 1 minute. Quickly, where are we at with Twitter and Elon?
Well, I've said this before on this show. What is Twitter? It's a place where people who want to talk about themselves or talk smack about others go to do that. And that's ultimately what's going on.
They talk a lot about shame. Somebody called it, Kathy O'Neill calls it a shame network, which I thought was really interesting because people are making people feel badly for what they say. We are running out of time, so we're going to have to talk about Elon and the shame network next time.
Okay.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Brad Rambur, our cybersecurity expert. Talks in big words and confuses me half the time.
Now you know why I was 35 when I got married.
Let's use ChatGPT to create a musical.
Why not?
Can we do that?
Why not?
Okay, next on America Trends, we're going to have our own musical. Stick around. Not stick around. We'll see you tomorrow night. Bye. Jazz hands.
Jazz.